Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far, and welcome to this new video right here. On SUI, we're going to do a full update. Yesterday we got some news that I think is relevant for SUI as well, and we got some specific news for SUI, which is about SUI. So we're going to do a full fundamental update. We'll talk about the technicals. I'll do a bit of an update on my last video. I think yesterday I made a video on SUI, but I'm not 100% certain, but I do think so. Well, usually I don't do that, right? So if you're interested in SUI updates, you can definitely subscribe, because I do keep you updated on SUI, but I try to do it every other day. But like I said, yesterday we got news, and the news that I'm talking about is first of all, the Solana ETF news, which is obviously primarily bullish for Solana, but I think that also opens up the way for other crypto ETFs, including SUI, which at this point in time is still one of the most traded, one of the most invested in layer 1 networks, and there are also there are also ETF applications for SUI, right? Quite a lot of them, because there is that institutional interest and retail interest as well. Although obviously in the last 2-3 weeks that has decreased with all the drama and all the fear that has been around the network, and we'll speak about that in a moment as well. But so I think generally, fundamentally, that is bullish for SUI. Then outside of that, we also had this, that that Nasdaq files for a US listing of a SUI ETF, right? So that's good news. I mean, will this really make the markets move? Potentially it already did, right? Because as expected in the video yesterday, SUI has been able to reclaim this level right here at 3.45. So that is good news. But ultimately, will it matter that much? No. In the end, the main thing that will matter right now for SUI is its own fundamentals, right? Because the only way SUI can actually be successful as an ETF asset, or as an ETF asset, is if the fundamentals for the project are also great, right? And the fundamentals have been under pressure, and at this point of time, even though this news is good, I would say we're waiting, first of all, for better fundamentals for SUI, but also for more updates regarding the Solana ETF. And until that time, as I said yesterday as well, I think the most likely scenario, and I think the most likely price action for SUI, is some sort of a larger consolidation, right? So on the lower time frames, yes, we've been able to reclaim 3.45, but the main resistance level really is right here between 3.65 and 3.8. And I think given the news, given this breakout, and given the general market circumstances, I do think it's most likely SUI is going to get up there, right? So that's good news. But ultimately, we'd want SUI to break above that, and for that I do not see enough, right? I mean, we can talk a lot about fundamentals. And if you take a look at SUI specifically, like the TVL has increased, so that's great. But the DEX trading volumes are still lower than what they were in the last 2 months, right? So for a pretty major period of time. And they have been lower for the last week and a half or something like that. So fundamentally, that's not great. Almost have to sneeze. But then outside of that, the volume, which is one of the main indicators for getting a real breakout, is also much too low, I'd say, to break out, right? And that's based on all the other times that I've seen SUI breaking out. Often the volume is one of the first things that goes, and then SUI breaks out. All right, so technically on the lower time frames and fundamentally, I think there's reasons to be optimistic on SUI and its price, but ultimately I do think at the first major resistance level at 3.7, 3.8, I think we'll reject back down, and I think it's more likely for now we'll stay in some sort of a consolidation between 3.8 and 3.45, potentially even dropping back down into 3.2. But those are my thoughts. I'll definitely keep you updated on this, but for now I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.